All right, we are back for another one, brothers and sisters, coming to you live here in Atlanta, right outside of Atlanta. Want to share with you all tonight something that you need to know. You need to know for all of those of you who want to get into real estate investing, tried it, it didn't work. I'm here to put you up on game, right? 80% of most people who try real estate or get into real estate investing fails. I didn't fail. I was blessed to be part of the 20%. But I knew what it takes, what it took, I should say, excuse me. I knew what it took to become the 20%. So I want to share that with you real quick as we talk about wholesaling, we talk about my coaching program. If you're serious, brothers and sisters, if you know you need to make a financial change, right? You know that you need chunks of money, not 500 here, 1,000 here. You need chunks, 5, 7, 10, 12, right? And you need a skill set that you can use anywhere in America and the world that's part of the fundamentals of existence, of society, of the economy. And it's land. It's not the latest, it's the oldest, right? It's not the sexiest, it's very boring. That's why most people don't get involved, don't stay, don't go through what's necessary to understand the power in real estate investing. Because it's not exciting. Oh, you heard that before. Oh, I had somebody try that. Oh, I tried that. It didn't work. And it's too good to be true. No way you can do that. No way you can do no money down. There's no way that somebody just give you a house. There's no way you can just make 50, 60, 70, $80,000 on a fix or rehab. There's no way. Yes, there is a way. I've done it all. I can tell you how to do it, brothers and sisters. But we all have to start with the basics. We have to clean out our heads and wash our minds, brainwash ourselves, and wash out the foolishness, wash out the consumer mentality, which gets in the way of anything that's counter to that of a consumer. The opposite of consumer is a producer. So if your dominant trait, your dominant activity in life is going to be that of a producer, then you and I have to reduce our consumer mind and raise up our producer mind as a way we think. Not just do it for a job, not just do it to make money, but as a way of thinking. But that's not why 80% of most people who get into real estate, 80% fail. It's really higher than that. And 20% or less succeed. And let me define that. When I first got and learned and started studying about real estate investing, how to buy houses with no money down, it was in 1980. 1980, I got my first real estate course, How to Buy Property with No Money Down by Ed Beckley. You can go ahead and Google him. Way back, before Carlton Sheets, way before anybody that you've ever seen that you see right now on TV. And I used to go to them seminars, drag my dad to take me to the seminars. I was 16 at the time. Drag me to take me to the seminars. Every Saturday, they'll come on TV. Infomercials will come on TV every Saturday, one after another on this channel, that channel, this channel. And I would just turn from channel to channel. I didn't know when they were coming on. They're infomercials. I'll just turn from channel to channel and catch it. And I watched that. I'll sit there and watch it. I watch all the boats and cars and women. And I was 16, so the women caught my attention. I used to take notes because they used to show you how they used to do the deals, and I used to try to follow and write it down and then go back and study it. I was obsessed. Brothers and sisters. But that's when I was introduced to real estate investing, no money down. And that started it, opened up a floodgate, and I haven't stopped since. Till this day, I'm still watching. Till this day, I'm still studying. Till this day, I'm still learning. I'm still implementing new things and new concepts and new ideas. And I tried to start off by doing fix it up and sell it and rentals and lease options and all this other kind of stuff. See, back in those days, if you know anything about real estate investing and how to buy, right? It was way before what is it? Hard money lenders. That didn't even exist. It was creative financing. Creative financing. So I used to go to these seminars, and I went to every one that my dad would take me to. And I used to watch and listen and just study them and listen. And I remember hearing a guy says that over 80% of most people, now check this out, 80% of most people who buy real estate courses, more than 80% of them who buy real estate courses never buy one property. Over 80% never purchase their first property. They failed at their objective for purchasing the course. They failed at it because they bought the course, I'm sure, to buy some properties, become a real estate investor, to be financially free, to be financially independent, to get residual or passive income, to pay minimal taxes. But they never buy one property. One. And I'm sure some of you all who are watching on my Facebook page, my YouTube channel, I'm sure some of you have bought books or courses on how to become a real estate investor and do all these things that we hear about. And you haven't bought your first property. I get it. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Right? When I first got started, I thought you needed to have your real estate license. Okay, I go get my real estate license, that'll help. Come to find out, as a real estate investor, you don't need a license. But I got a license, went with this black broker in Houston, done me sold a condo, right? But I cut my teeth, as they say on it. Right? That's why your first deal, I say it in my real estate course, the most important deal that you make as a real estate investor, wholesaler in particular, is not the one that made you the most money. Not the one where you overcame a lot of objections and, all kind of issues and back and forth with the owner and finally closed. The most important transaction that you as a real estate investor can do is your very first deal, even if you never made $1 from that deal. Even if that deal made you $50, that wasn't as important as you be doing your first deal. Your first deal is the one that you should do everything you can to do. That is the most important one. It's not the biggest, it's the first one. Why is that? Why is that, Brother Daryl? Because when you do your first real estate transaction, real estate investment transaction, you have proved to yourself, not anybody else, you prove to yourself that I can do it. It's possible for me, like I see on infomercials. It's possible for me, like I hear about. It's possible for me, like the instructor and the person who created the course said it can do. I don't believe it. I know that I can do it because I just did my first deal. But the question is, what do you have to overcome to get your first deal? That's one of the reasons why 80%, more than 80%, never do their first real estate investment transaction, because they don't overcome all the obstacles. Not some of them, not most of them, not many of them, not several of them, all of them that are required to do your first deal. And it's different from everybody else. It's different for everybody. My obstacles are different from yours. Yours different from mine. Yours different from the next person. You have to go in understanding that. The destination you desire that you see somebody else, someone else has an experience, but you can't. You're not going to travel the same exact road because you're not the same exact person. So 80%. So you might wonder, all right, Brother Daryl, so how are you able to be in the 20%? Well, I was able to be in the 20% because of my determination, my persistence, my dedication, and my belief in self. And my background, all that makes a person up is what you and we bring to the table. We bring to an opportunity. So these things that made me up gave me the opportunity, but without those consistency, persistence, determination, commitment, those things, those are the things that you have to have. If you don't have nothing else, those are the things you have to have. As I went along in this journey, this real estate investment journey, investor journey, education journey, student journey, and looking at different industries of personal development, self-improvement, right? I started seeing what was missing over here in the real estate investment investor education market. And that's what I want to offer you. That's what I want to bring to you, brothers and sisters. If you only knew, you'll jump on this opportunity I'm sharing with you tonight that's going to end on Monday. We have 2 days left in Ramadan Mubarak. In our reading, 2 days in our reading, I think 3 days in our fasting. Right? So it ends, this registration for this free real estate coaching ends on the 31st of March. Only have 10 spots. It's a test group. It's a test group, meaning that you're part of a group to test this concept, this idea, to see if I'm ever going to do it again, because it requires a lot of time on my part, time away from me going out doing deals for me and my family and my aspirations and my goals and things of that nature. Because once you've been bit by the real estate bug, and I mean bit mean positively, in a positive way, not bitten, you lost all your money and messed up your credit. You messed up your family members' credit. You lost money from your family members. I'm talking about when you've been bit by that real estate investor bug and you made money and it worked like it was supposed to work. But I said, okay, this is what's missing for most people in general, but this is what's missing for us in particularly as Black people. Brothers and sisters, if you're serious about getting into real estate investing a first time, a second time, a third time, remember how many obstacles are you going to overcome to get to your first deal or your next deal? Then you need to sign up for this coaching program, the secrets to wholesaling.com/coaching. The secrets to wholesaling.com/coaching. It should be at the bottom of your screen. I'm not begging you. I just want to put it out there as often as I can, as much as I can, because somebody that didn't hear it last week or 2 weeks ago, they're hearing it tonight. And if you share it, you know somebody in your family, you have a friend that you can refer or you can share this with. You can share this stream, this video with. Who do you know that needs to make extra money in a big way? Who do you know that has the determination and the strength, in the zeal, in the hustle, in the grind? Who do you know? Whoever came to your mind when I asked that question, that's who you should share this with. If it's not yourself, and including yourself, right? So the 20%, they do what the other 80% don't do. They understand that it's always more than what you hear that's required, because most times it's required more for you than generally speaking. Right? General terms are for general terms and for general examples. But when it comes to your specific life, it's specific to you. And it's whatever's required for you in your life based on your circumstances, based on your background, based on those 5 things that I mentioned: commitment and dedication and those things. But if you had a coach, some of you all join gyms and you hire trainers, that's a coach. Somebody there that knows the possibilities, know what the human can achieve if their will is strong enough, is there to encourage you, there to make sure you don't hurt yourself in the gym, there to push you further along, to help you get the results that you need, because he or she knows what it takes to get the results that you need. You don't know it, because for the most part, you never had those results. Okay? So coaching, brothers and sisters. So hit that link, share it. Gotta go. We're gonna come back tomorrow. Try to come back a couple of days, over the next couple of days. Try to come back and just share with you what I just a tip of the iceberg of what you will learn in this coaching program. I'm not a guru. I'm not gonna sell a million courses, right, to make $10 million. So I'm doing it to contribute back, doing it because I know more of us in our community need to have this knowledge, need to go out and do it. And then you grow from wholesale. Wholesaling is just a launching pad to shoot you to the stars as a real estate investor. You have to start somewhere. All right, brothers and sisters. So that's it for me tonight. It's Friday night. 2 days, 3 days left for Ramadan. And we're going to end this registration deadline on the 31st of March. Then after that is dead. It's over. No more registration. We only have 10 spots. All right? God willing, we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.